This is One on One. He's back again, Dr. Joel Bloom, President, New Jersey Institute of Technology, otherwise known as NJIT. Good to see you, Joel.
Good to see you, Steve.
Every time we're here, we have terrific conversations about where we are and where we are not when it comes to science, technology, engineering, math, otherwise known as?
STEM.
Talk to us, get me up to speed. You visited Utah recently,
Right.
and you said during that trip, you had an experience that triggered some thinking for you about STEM, where we are, where we're not. Put it in perspective.
So you turned on the television set and had a public broadcasting channel on, and they had a series of commercials advocating the need for young children to be involved in STEM education, science, technology, engineering, mathematics. It's the first time I saw on any medium really advocating for STEM. And they made STEM look fun. They talked about the desperate need in this country for STEM educated young men and women. They talked about the careers, the opportunities, and made it, and you know, again, brought good media, good production to a commercial about STEM. And it triggered the thought, and many of us in this business are very familiar with a 2005 report entitled Rising Among or Above the Gathering Storm. And it was a report done at the request of Congress that focused on what did the National Academy of Sciences, Engineering, and the Institute of Medicine think about the status of STEM in this country. The report portrayed a very dismal future for this country.
What year?
This was 2005, and then it was revisited, redone again in 2010.
So it's 8 years, and so it wasn't like it was a new thing.
It's not a new thing. 2005, we saw China become the #1 exporter of high-tech products, surpassing the United States. You begin to look at the size of the workforce in this country focused on STEM as compared to almost all the other industrial countries in the world. We're about last.
So what happens? You see this public this public awareness campaign in Utah, and you say, what? What about us?
Yes. So what about New Jersey? What about other states? New Jersey takes pride in saying, per square mile, we have more scientists and engineers than any other state in the nation. But of course, that's a generation of folks, many of them baby boomers, who are retiring at an amazing rate. We've heard this over the last number of years. Look at the facilities at one time, the R&D facilities in the state of New Jersey. Bell Labs, I think it's still a French-owned company now these days. Somebody had said not long ago it's soon to be a mall or a shopping area. No more Sonoff labs. So and as a result of the economic recession, we saw the R&D in companies in New Jersey and the United States is the first to be reduced as far as expenditures.
What should we do, Joe?
Well, my biggest issue on this has historically been, walk in this state or in this nation into a math classroom, grades 4 through 8. The teacher in that classroom, in mathematics, 7 out of those 10 classrooms that you're going to walk into, 7 out of 10 are not being taught in mathematics by anyone with a math degree or a math certificate. The language of engineering and science is mathematics. If we're not teaching that language, and it's not only the matter of teaching it, it's making it exciting, making it come alive. And if you're not really facile with that body of knowledge, you can't teach it very well. So 7 out of 10 are teachers who really do not have a background in teaching mathematics.
So you actually, as people are listening, Dr. Bloom, they're thinking the problem is even worse than I thought. But as I listen to Dr. Bloom, I'm asking myself, what one thing could and should New Jersey do to not fix, because we don't fix, improve the situation? One thing.
Well, one thing is to get those teachers better prepared to teach mathematics. Now, you could do it one of two ways. You can train those teachers, obviously. A little concern there, many teachers who go into the elementary and middle schools probably did not find math as an area of interest or strength that they had as an undergraduate. So training is one. The other one, which is more costly but yet works, is to bring in the math specialist at critical grades. And those critical grades are the grades 4 through 8. That's where, again, mathematics and young people should have an opportunity to be exposed to the fun of math. It is fun. You can do wonderful things. You can solve problems with mathematics. You can help in your own personal life with mathematics. If math is bad, 7 of 10, in science, it's worse. 9 of 10 are not prepared to teach science. No degree, no certificate, grades 4 through 8. Those critical grades, which is when we interest students in those fields.
Is it a crisis, Dr. Bloom?
It's an absolute crisis. It's an absolute crisis. Look where we are with regard to, again, falling behind other industrialized countries in productivity. 90% of the GDP in this country, 90% of the gross domestic product, what makes our economy click, has to do with science and technology.
And we don't have the teachers who are qualified to do it.
You don't have enough teachers qualified.
Well, there's a
to do it.
disconnect.
A massive disconnect.
Well, where's the great debate going on about this, other than this studio?
It's gone on. It's had fits and starts.
Where's the movement?
There isn't any.
Well, you see it in Utah.
So Utah.
Well, you see a public awareness campaign in Utah. Why couldn't we have that here?
We should absolutely have it here. We should have it here, but it also has. Yes, the campaign starts the awareness among parents. Parents are critical in helping children to make decisions about their future career. Universities such as ours, we will have in about July 5th, 6th on through the end of the summer, we'll have 4,000 students on our campus, pre-college students, grades 4 through 12. Again, that 4th grade issue. For us, we're now yielding about 200 freshmen every year from those pre-college programs.
Right.
What's even more important than the number is who they are. They are the diverse women and minority students who are the fastest growing population on college campuses. So pre-college education, responsibility of university, responsibility of parents, responsibility of K-12 education.
Stay right there, Joel. One-on-one will continue with a very different topic, and we'll keep this conversation with Joel. You'll pick it up in another one-on-one program. Stay with us right after this.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been provided by AmeriHealth Caritas, parent company of Perform Care, Celgene Corporation, Johnson & Johnson, New Jersey Sharing Network, NJM, Choose New Jersey, and by Community Education Centers. Promotional support provided by The Record, North Jersey's trusted source, and NorthJersey.com, and by Commerce Magazine. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area.